Hello and good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning War. Today is September the 17th, 2018. Today we're going to talk, something that's been on my mind a lot lately, and especially this past week, and it's the topic of sleep. We always talk about how important it is to exercise, to stay fit, to eat healthy, but a lot of times we forget about how important it is to get the proper amount of sleep. Now, I know there's different opinions about how much sleep we all need, but what I do know, and that can vary, but I think one thing that does stay the same is the fact that we do need to have good REM, or rapid eye movement sleep, and that's when our body really rejuvenates itself. It's something that I realize is I don't always get as much as I need. I get up pretty early in the morning, and sometimes it's harder for me to go to sleep at a certain time, or if I have a lot of things on my mind, that can be a big challenge as well. So I don't get as much sleep as I really need, and sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and then I can't fall back asleep, and that's a concern because I know that I'm going to be a little more tired, but also I didn't realize until lately how important it is that our brains get to sleep in order to rejuvenate themselves and get our information together and keep our brains orderly. And going without sleep can affect a lot of different things. It affects how our memory. It can affect the way we eat. It can affect our amount of energy. Of course, if you don't get enough sleep and you're driving in your car in the afternoon and you're driving along and it's kind of boring, you could nod off and kill yourself. That's a real downfall to not getting enough sleep. So getting amount of sleep is necessary. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, I don't get enough sleep because I'm busy until 11 o'clock at night, and then I have to get up to go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I don't get to bed till midnight or 1 o'clock, and I turn around and wake up 5 hours later, and then they wonder sometimes why they're having some challenges with their health or with their memory, and maybe with all types of, and getting their job done right. So I think that if you can set yourself, different people need different amounts, whether it be 6, 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep. If you know what time you want to wake up in the morning and what time you need to get up in the morning to start doing what you need to get done, you just have to work backwards and figure out what time you have to go to bed at night. If you don't have to wake up till 9 o'clock in the morning, then going to bed at 1 or 2 in the morning isn't quite so bad. But if you have to be to work at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, or you have chores you have to do at that time, then you might have to push yourself back and not stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning to get things done. It's all how you sketch yourself. Think about it. It's approximately 1/3 of your life is sleeping. So if you're a 60-year-old person, you've spent 20 years of your life sleeping. And, that's a pretty big chunk of life. And it's important that we use that just as properly as we use the amount of time that we use to work and the amount of time that we use to do anything else in our lives, to exercise, to spend time with our families, to do whatever we feel in our life and our purpose is for our life that we get those accomplished. So sleeping is very important. So make sure when you're working on your time management, you take into consideration the amount of sleep you're going to need, and set yourself on a regular schedule so that you get that amount of sleep. If you don't, it doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna handicap yourself by not having that sleep. That sleep is very important, just as much as eating the right foods, and just as much as exercising. The amount of sleep is very important. If you're having difficulty sleeping, there's different things you can do that will help you to sleep better. One little trick that I've used, and that works for me, I don't know, it doesn't always work for everybody else, but I like to think before I fall asleep what I'm grateful for the night before, so that it think about that, and it helps me to fall asleep better at night. So it's all about what you want to do, and how getting that amount of sleep is very important in your life, because it'll help you get everything else done. So from this Monday morning roar, I want you to have a great week, get some good amount of sleep. I just started even tracking my sleep on my spreadsheet that I keep track of my steps and my weight. So I keep track of how much sleep so I can know how I'm doing. Because I think anytime you want to improve something, if you don't have knowing what you're doing, you can't know where you're going. So I track my sleep now so I can know how much I'm getting and what direction I want to go in that. Have a great week. Get a lot of sleep. Get a lot of exercise. Eat well. And work positively towards your goals. If you have any questions, contact me. My name is Brad Lyon, and I can be reached at info@lyonsc.com. Thank you very much. Have a great week.